Mali is making a bold move, breaking away from foreign control by building its very first gold refinery, with support from Russia. For a nation rich in gold but poor in profits, this could be a major step toward real sovereignty. But with global powers watching closely, is this partnership a path to freedom or a dangerous gamble? Let's dive into the truth behind Mali's gold revolution.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
Mali sits atop a treasure chest, a land blessed with an abundance of gold. For centuries, this precious metal has been intertwined with its destiny, shaping its history and influencing its future. For centuries, its soil has yielded vast quantities of gold, a seemingly endless supply that has captivated the world. From the surface veins to the deep earth, the land is rich with this valuable resource. This abundance has shaped empires and drawn traders from across the globe, eager to partake in the golden bounty. Caravans laden with goods traversed vast distances, all seeking a piece of Mali's golden promise. Today, Mali is Africa's second largest gold producer after Ghana, a testament to its continued significance in the global gold market. The industry continues to grow, with new mines and extraction techniques constantly being developed. Gold dominates its economy, a cornerstone of the nation's financial structure. It's a resource that holds immense power and potential. Gold is accounting for most export earnings and powering state finances, fueling government programs and infrastructure projects. The nation's economic health is inextricably linked to the price and production of this precious metal. Yet this immense wealth has not brought prosperity to most Malians. The promise of gold has not translated into tangible improvements in their daily lives. The paradox resource riches coexist with deep poverty and underdevelopment, a stark contrast that highlights the challenges of resource management. The benefits of gold wealth seem to bypass the communities most directly impacted by its extraction. Mali's gold is shipped abroad as raw material, leaving the country in its unrefined state. It is refined elsewhere and sold for massive profits that are generated outside of Mali's borders. These are profits Mali rarely sees, a missed opportunity for economic growth and development. The value added through refining and processing escapes the country. This system, rooted in colonial history, perpetuates a cycle of dependency and inequality. It keeps Mali dependent and vulnerable to global price swings, leaving the nation at the mercy of international markets. The fluctuations in gold prices can have a significant impact on Mali's economy. Most local jobs are in extraction, often under harsh and dangerous conditions. They are not in the higher-paying, skilled work of refining or marketing, limiting opportunities for advancement and economic empowerment. The real wealth is created far from Mali, in distant financial centers and industrial hubs. This leaves its people behind, excluded from the prosperity generated by their own natural resources. Despite billions in gold exports, the benefits are not trickling down to the population. Mali remains among the world's poorest nations, struggling with poverty and inequality. The nation has limited access to basic services such as clean water, healthcare, and education. The disconnect between resource wealth and public welfare is a glaring example of the resource curse. This fuels frustration and political instability as citizens demand a fairer share of the nation's wealth. Now, there's a growing demand for change, a call for greater transparency and accountability in the management of Mali's gold resources. The people want Mali to take control of its own gold and its future, ensuring that its natural resources benefit all of its citizens. In June 2024, Mali's leader, Colonel Assimi Goïta, took a momentous step towards reshaping the nation's economic landscape. This initiative signals a clear departure from traditional economic models, prioritizing local value addition and resource control. He officially launched the country's first industrial gold refinery, a project years in the making. The inauguration ceremony was a celebration of national pride and a symbol of Mali's aspirations for economic independence. This state-of-the-art facility, strategically located near Bamako, represents a significant investment in Mali's industrial future. Its location is ideal for accessibility and logistical efficiency. The refinery is designed with impressive capabilities, poised to process up to 200 tons of gold annually. This capacity positions it as a major player in the regional gold processing market. That's an amount large enough to handle all of Mali's current gold production, marking a turning point in how the nation manages its precious resources. The refined gold will contribute significantly to Mali's economy. The primary goal is to stop the long-standing practice of exporting raw, unprocessed gold. This has been a drain on Mali's potential wealth for far too long. Instead, the focus will be on adding value to the gold right here at home, creating jobs and boosting the national economy. This shift towards value-added manufacturing is crucial for sustainable development. The establishment of the refinery was a key demand that emerged from national consultations, reflecting the will of the Malian people. During these consultations, citizens voiced their strong desire for greater control over Mali's natural resources, ensuring that the benefits accrue to the nation and its people. And so, for the first time, Mali is setting its sights on refining all of its gold domestically, a bold ambition that promises to transform the country's economic prospects. The refinery will operate as the sole legal processor, streamlining the gold refining process and ensuring transparency. This means that all gold mined within Mali's borders will be processed at this central facility, regardless of its origin. This includes gold extracted by large-scale industrial giants, as well as that mined by the numerous artisanal miners who contribute significantly to the country's gold production. This centralization of the refining process provides the state with unprecedented oversight and control over its gold resources. It ensures that every single gram of gold is meticulously accounted for, minimizing losses and maximizing revenue for the nation. It represents a radical shift away from the old, inefficient system, a system where value was lost and leaked away at every step of the process, benefiting foreign entities more than the Malian people. This project is far more than just a factory. It's a symbol of national aspiration. It embodies a new mindset, a shift in perspective towards self-reliance and economic empowerment. It signifies Mali's transformation into a producer of finished gold products, rather than simply a supplier of raw materials. And with its substantial processing capacity, the refinery has the potential to serve as a regional hub for gold processing, extending its benefits beyond Mali's borders. It could become a central processing point for neighboring gold-rich countries in West Africa, fostering collaboration and shared prosperity. This initiative could significantly foster economic integration within the region, creating stronger trade partnerships and shared economic growth. Ultimately, it could contribute to the formation of a stronger, more unified Sahelian bloc, working together for mutual benefit. A bloc determined to manage its resources on its own terms, ensuring that the wealth generated benefits the people of the Sahel. The refinery stands as Mali's bold and decisive step, a step firmly toward economic sovereignty and a future where Mali controls its destiny through the responsible management of its own resources. Mali isn't building this refinery alone. The project is a partnership with Russia, not Mali's traditional Western allies. The Russian Yadran Group is constructing the refinery, reflecting Mali's shift away from France and the West. The Malian state will hold a 62% majority stake, with Russian and Swiss partners holding the rest. This structure aims to secure foreign expertise while keeping control in Malian hands. The partnership is part of Mali's broader break from old neo-colonial relationships. Russia, eager to expand its African influence, sees this as a strategic foothold. Western powers are watching closely, wary of Russia's growing role in the Sahel. The refinery is more than an economic project. It's a symbol of new alliances and shifting power. Its success or failure will shape Mali's future and the region's geopolitical landscape. This state-of-the-art gold refinery stands as the centerpiece, a symbol of progress and ambition. It represents a significant step forward for Mali's mining sector, showcasing the nation's commitment to value addition and economic diversification. Of sweeping reforms, meticulously designed and strategically implemented. These reforms aim to reshape the landscape of the mining industry, fostering transparency, accountability, and sustainable development. To overhaul Mali's mining sector, modernizing its operations and maximizing its contribution to the national economy. The reforms touch upon every aspect of the industry, From exploration and extraction to processing and revenue management, the government initiated comprehensive audits of existing foreign mining contracts, scrutinizing their terms and conditions to ensure fairness and mutual benefit. This process aimed to rectify any imbalances and optimize the economic returns for Mali, and introduced a new mining code in 2023, a landmark piece of legislation that sets the stage for a more equitable and sustainable mining industry. This code reflects the government's commitment to responsible resource management and inclusive growth. The code empowers Mali to take up to a 35% stake in new projects, ensuring that the nation benefits directly from its mineral wealth from the outset, increasing state influence and profits, allowing the government to reinvest in vital public services and infrastructure development. This strategic move aims to create a virtuous cycle of economic growth and social progress. Stricter regulations now close loopholes, plugging avenues for illicit financial flows, and ensuring that mining companies pay their fair share of taxes and royalties that once let money flow out untaxed, depriving the country of much-needed revenue for development initiatives. These measures enhance transparency and accountability in the financial management of the mining sector. A new state-owned mining company, Sorem, will actively participate in projects, taking on a more prominent role in the management and operation of mining ventures. Not just regulate them, becoming a key player in the industry and driving innovation and best practices. The aim Mali, as an active player in exploring, identifying and assessing its vast mineral resources with greater efficiency and expertise. Extracting, harnessing advanced technologies and sustainable practices to maximize the value of its mineral assets. And selling its minerals, securing favorable terms and reinvesting the proceeds in national development priorities. A new local content law requires mining companies to hire Malians, prioritizing local talent and expertise in all aspects of their operations, and buy from local suppliers, fostering the growth of domestic industries and creating opportunities for Malian businesses to thrive. This is designed to create jobs, providing meaningful employment opportunities for Malian citizens and reducing unemployment rates, stimulate the local economy, boosting economic activity in mining regions and creating a ripple effect of prosperity across the country. And build a domestic industrial base, reducing reliance on imports and fostering self-sufficiency in key sectors of the economy. Together, these reforms are a strategy, a comprehensive and coordinated approach to transforming the mining sector and unlocking its full potential. To reclaim sovereignty, asserting greater control over its natural resources and ensuring that they are managed in the best interest of the Malian people. Over Mali's mineral wealth, safeguarding its precious resources for future generations and ensuring that they contribute to sustainable development. The goal ensure mining serves Malian interests first, prioritizing the well-being and prosperity of the nation above all else. Refining gold at home could transform Mali's economy. By selling high-purity gold bars, Mali will capture more value and boost state revenues. This means more funds for healthcare, education, and infrastructure. The refinery will create skilled jobs and training opportunities, building a new generation of Malian experts. It will also help curb gold smuggling, which costs Mali hundreds of millions in lost revenue each year. Centralized refining makes gold easier to track and harder to smuggle. Mali could become a regional gold hub, refining gold for neighbors and increasing its influence. This would generate extra revenue and foster regional cooperation. The refinery could set a precedent for other African nations to move from extraction to industrialization. If managed well, it could be a catalyst for shared prosperity. But the real test is whether these benefits reach ordinary Malians. The refinery's promise comes with real risks. Critics ask, is Mali trading one dependency for another by relying on Russia? Foreign-backed projects in Africa often leave debt, environmental damage, and little real development. The partnership's transparency and fairness will be crucial. If profits benefit only elites and foreign partners, Malians will see little change. Mali's pivot to Russia has strained ties with Western donors and institutions. Losing access to traditional aid could hurt the wider economy. Heavy reliance on Russia makes the project vulnerable to political shifts in both countries. True sovereignty means building local expertise to run the refinery independently. The ultimate challenge: turn this venture into genuine self-reliance, not a new dependency. Mali's move is part of a wider wave of resource nationalism across the Sahel. Military-led governments are challenging the old order, demanding a bigger share of their country's wealth. In Burkina Faso, leaders are auditing mining companies and planning their own refinery, also turning to Russia. Guinea is enforcing local processing and revoking licenses from non-compliant firms. Niger is reviewing mining contracts, especially for uranium, to better serve national interests. Sahelian states are coordinating policies, seeking to renegotiate their place in the global economy. The region is pushing for equality, not subordination, in its dealings with the world. This movement is still young, and its success is uncertain. But it signals a powerful desire for change and a new economic story for the Sahel. The world is watching as these nations assert their sovereignty. The refinery is a symbol of sovereignty, but true independence is more than bricks and mortar. The real test is whether it improves ordinary Malians' lives, through schools, hospitals, and jobs. Transparency and accountability are essential. Revenues must be tracked and publicly declared. Strong anti-corruption measures are needed to prevent wealth from being siphoned off by elites. Building robust institutions and empowering civil society is harder than building a factory. Without these foundations, the refinery risks becoming another monument to unfulfilled potential. The project's impact depends on the intentions and integrity of those in charge. Will it empower the people, or just a new elite? The work of building true sovereignty starts now, with good governance and public oversight. Only then can the refinery become a tool for a more just and prosperous Mali. As the refinery rises, Mali stands at a crossroads. The project could transform gold from a source of foreign wealth into a driver of national development, but the path is risky, with new dependencies and the challenge of managing vast wealth fairly. Mali must learn from the failures of other resource-rich nations. The choices made now will decide if the refinery is a foundation for prosperity or a missed opportunity. Success depends on good governance, transparency, and a focus on the people's welfare. The world is watching, but the most important decisions belong to Malians. How will they ensure this project truly serves their interests? Can they build the civic structures needed to hold leaders accountable? The future of Mali's gold is unwritten, and it's Mali's people who must hold the pen.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.